Hi y'all, and welcome back to another reading. The sun is just about to go down. It's gorgeous lighting right now. The sky is beautiful, and I feel very inspired to give a reading. And starting at the center of the spread, we have the Eight of Swords and the Page of Cups. And this is a theme that has been reoccurring for you. This is a theme that is being revisited and you are graduating out of, or at least are being encouraged to graduate out of. You have something in your life right now that you are maybe not seeing its full capacity or potential. And that might be on a soul level. Like, you might recognize it mentally and be like, this is a great situation, but why don't I feel super aligned with it? You know, like, you might have a job right now that you have prayed for, but the money isn't what you think should line up, you know, with what you're trying to accomplish or what you're trying to be. Or maybe you are starting a brand and you are just looking at the numbers and you're not seeing the result that you would like to have. And what is being told here with this card is that you are focusing on the outcome and you are being asked to focus on the process, right? Because if we just get everything that we want right away, we're never gonna learn and grow as people. We're never gonna have an experience that is going to have a powerful emotional reaction, you know? And when we really have to work for something and it takes time and we build it piece by piece by piece, finally then when we look back, we are just happier than we would be if it was just handed to us, you know? And don't get me wrong, I would love to have things handed to me. I would love for things to be easy. Like, I feel you, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to be having to work so hard anymore. You know, I totally understand that energy. I really resonate with this. But again, you're being asked to recognize that what you have in your life right now is all that you need. You have everything that you need right now to alchemize your situation. And sometimes that means getting creative, you know, like kind of taking inventory of all your, you know, maybe personal belongings and see what you can make do with what you have, or rearranging your space, getting rid of things to make more money, or, you know, just being really creative with what you have. And you will have many opportunities present themselves to you that will fill up your cup in the meantime. And the Page of Cups is crossing this, which is some sort of like gift coming in for you, or thing to be grateful for, or dream that you're trying to bring down into your reality. And so I'm really seeing that's where the conflict is, because you are a powerful manifester. You're someone who can normally manifest things very quickly, and you have a strong ability and natural sense for how to build the things in your life that you wish to have. And you're not supposed to know at this time. I'm getting that you're not supposed to see the outcome yet. I'm not sure why. Maybe the outcome is going to end up looking different than how you originally envisioned it, but it's going to be better, you know? And if you just focused on the outcome in your mind, you'd be missing out, you know? It's really hard sometimes to interpret exactly why we feel and think the way that we do, you know? And where we're coming from is the Emperor, somebody who's really confident in themselves and their ability, and you're moving to the King of Swords. So I'm getting for you that some of you may normally be very physical people who have a lot of stamina, energy, like to be moving, doing, lifting, helping, you know, that kind of energy. And this new thing is putting you in an entirely different situation where maybe it's your mind that's more engaged every day rather than your body, and that's different than what you're used to. Maybe you are using your mind in a new way, or you are spending majority of the day writing a book, or you're spending majority of the day public speaking, or communicating, social media even, really just using your brain in a new way. And you're going to be mastering this energy, whatever this skill is for you that you've switched into. And I'm getting that you are still trying to figure out a balance of how to incorporate both, right? Of, moving your body enough to stimulate your mind, and, like just finding a better balance to be able to still have a calm mind at the end of the day, because you don't have pent up energy. And our past to our future, we have the past of the Six of Pentacles, and future or incoming is the Eight of Cups, which is interesting because you also have the Eight of Swords. And what I'm feeling with this energy is that you are coming from a period of financial hardship, or sort of like an imbalance in this feeling of giving and taking. Like it's not exactly lined up. So maybe there's times where you're giving way more or you're taking way more, and it's just really like swinging the pendulum, and you're not really even. I feel like you're really trying to build something that's steady and reliable, and is going to provide for you and be stable for a long time. We have the Eight of Cups, so that might mean leaving something behind that could be painful. You could be lifting up your roots at this time, which is painful. It's a lot of work to go and plant into a new piece of soil that is fertile and is going to sustain you, right? And maybe you love where you are at right now, for whatever different reason, but it's not providing you the fulfillment that you are capable of experiencing. And hopefully we can clarify a little more on this Eight of Cups as we go along. You have the Six of Swords here and the Fool. Oh my goodness. New beginning, new experience, on the horizon. And this really, to me, is saying that you are exactly where you're meant to be. You can trust the universe at this time. You can relinquish control to the universe at this time, because you are protected and you are being guided at this time. The Six of Swords is a woman who is leaving behind her home for this new city that she doesn't know, and she has somebody steering the ship for her. You have support behind you at this time energetically. And with the Fool, it's another way of saying that you have everything you need. He only carries a small load on his back to start this journey, and that's what it's saying, is that you really don't need much, right? You kind of just need the basics, and then the rest of it's up to your mindset. And I'm not giving advice, because I'm not, and life is really hard, and I also don't follow this perfectly all the time, and I want like I said, things to be easy. I want more, whatever. But just knowing and trying to practice making do with what you have right now is going to help you continue your stamina on this journey. You have the Two of Pentacles, so you might be deciding between making a decision about where you want to live at this time. Maybe you've been considering moving, and you're kind of weighing the pros and cons between where you're at now and moving. This could be career. This could also have to do with sort of being like one foot still in this old version of you, a new foot in the new version of you, or excuse me, another foot in a new version of you. And you have the 9 of Cups as your outcome, so he's happy, he's fulfilled, he made it through the Fool's journey and came out on the other side successful and happy, and with his cups filled to the brim. And I want to pull one more card just to see if we can clarify some of this energy here, because just so much is coming out about forging ahead on a path, not having fear, not giving into anxiety, knowing that you're on the right path, and to just continue on this journey, and to know that you don't really have to make a decision, that the universe will guide you. I think you're really keeping yourself distracted and kind of worked up at this time, trying to plan the next move. Again, that's gonna like bring you to this outcome, when really the things you need to be focusing on are the things that feel good. Oh my freaking gosh, the 8 of Pentacles. Talk about focusing, but focusing on the things that are in alignment with where you want to be right now, and just continue to develop them. That's all you have to focus on. Focus on yourself. You don't have to focus on anyone else. Getting ringing in my ear, but just focus on yourself, and the path will unfold before you. Again, I can't believe this came out. The 8 of Pentacles is about putting your nose to the grindstone, just focusing really hard and working really hard, and building and developing his craft. That's really what that card symbolizes there. So I think just, oh my goodness, look what just flew out. You're gonna be fine. You know that. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna get exactly what you want and more. I mean, seriously. I do have one oracle card that I pulled before this reading. I have it flipped over, so I haven't looked at it yet. And it's from the same deck that I normally use. It's the Matt Hughes Dreamscape Oracle deck. Oh my goodness. This is what we got here. We have Memory. Beautiful card. Memory. And she's holding a feather, and I really feel like a feather might be a sign for you. It's been a sign for me lately. You know, they kind of alternate, but I have just been seeing feathers just about everywhere. Let me find my booklet here. And I'll read you what memory is. Okay, memory is number 27. The start of a Saturn return. Memory is a delicate thing. It weighs as much as a feather and is just as fragile. Wave the feather one way, and the glimmer of the moment it captured appears as accurately as if it just happened. Dance the feather in a different direction, and the memory fades or changes, the details growing dim and dull. Flames rise from a golden bowl. They burn, distorting anything they touch, the heat warping the surface. Moments affected by the flame bend and buckle, turning into something less than they were. Details fade, the mind fearful of holding on to what was once true, holding on to the truth by placing it into service to the future. Meaning, be mindful of the memories you desire to keep, and let your memories drive your imagination to new heights. Wow. Details fade, the mind fearful of holding on to what once was, once true. Wow. Things change, and that's okay. You're gonna be just fine. This was a beautiful reading. I mean, it's really just telling you that even on a bad day, you're still on your path. Like, just know that. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep focusing on the things in your life that are going good right now, and just put the energy you can into those and leave the rest that's not serving you. And thank you guys so much. If you watched this whole video, I should have said this in the beginning, but this is my passion, my dream. I love tarot so much, and I am just so grateful for each and every one of you and for your support. And I will see you at the next reading. I hope you have a good day.